Okay, we're back.
And now a review of Zoe.
Of what?
Zoe. Anyway, what was it that I read this week?
I don't know.
It's gaming related. It was important.
What's some gaming news that I know? There's a new Switch coming out. Oh, not new Switch. A new Switch controller coming out that's shaped like an SNES controller.
Yeah. I was thinking it was like a new Switch. It was like, oh, this is going to be a Switch Pro.
I hope
no,
so.
it's quick.
No, that probably won't be for a year or so.
Or Switch Slim.
Where the fuck are you going? What is happening? Okay. So the game got weird there.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard Nintendo has reported that they're going to, like, the day the SNES comes out, like the number of them, the mini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the day that comes out, they'll be releasing on the shipping day as many, like, individual units as were sold in the entire, like, first run, like, over months of the NES one.
Yeah.
Which is just like, oh, thank God, someone's pulling the head out of their asses.
Because now, like, with the first one, they said, yeah, it's not coming back, and now they're just selling them on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now it's worth more than the freaking original one, and it's just like, everyone's like, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fucking annoying. Although they've changed their minds on that as well. They're going to be bringing the NES back, I think, next year sometime.
And then the people who, like, bought them for, like, a shitload is going to be
Yeah. Well, that's why they made that statement about the SNES one, because they just didn't want scalpers ripping off all the money that they could be making.
There's a recent happening like that just happened in the car community, and even even hardcore car fans that like this car are just like, fuck off. It's the last of the Holdens. Like, Holden's officially closed, so there's no Australian car manufacturing. So they released this like ultimate model, and now people are buying them just so they can flip them for more money.
Yeah.
And you know what a Commodore is?
Yeah? Yeah.
They want $300,000.
Jesus
And
Christ.
it's just like, even hardcore Holden fans are like, nah. Because for the same amount of money, you can buy a fucking Lamborghini. And it's like, I reckon, if you're not fucking mentally retarded, or a straight up bogan, that shouldn't have money to begin with, you're gonna go for the fucking Lamborghini. Because they wanted to be the ultimate Holden. Yeah. But guess what? They've just released the fact that the Ford equivalent that was made 10 years ago is still faster. And you can pick them up in like secondhand dealers for like 25 is like a highball number.
Yeah.
So 25 grand versus 300 grand. I don't know which one I would rather spend.
There's so many strange business decisions that get made.
Yeah.
You're just like, how did you get to run a company?
Yeah.
Because it's just shit that doesn't make sense.
Mm.
Like, sometimes there are missteps where, like, looking back, you can understand why they made it. Like, when,
Can't fucking say it with this one.
No. But, like, this was way back now, years ago. That's where I came from. There was I can't think of the names of any, but there's, like, a kind of cider, I think it was.
Yeah.
And, the Australian can, the type that was made in Australia was a little bit bigger than the one made in, like, from all the different European brands.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just like, okay, well, we'll shrink ours down to be, like, in line with everyone else, and we'll see if maybe not drop the price a lot, I don't think, if they did it all. But, like, it still wasn't more expensive than the other. Which bridge am I meant to cross? This one? Okay. Well, and, like, they're like, oh, well, that's I guess a sensible decision, but, like, it went badly for them. Everyone was like, oh, they're less stuff for the same amount of money, and, like, they lost a huge amount of market share, and, like, it went badly for them. But you can see why they made that call.
Yeah.
And then you see stuff like what fucking Nintendo is doing, where they're just like, oh, yeah, we've made enough money. Like, the only people being hurt are our fans, why would we help them?
Yeah. It's like me and Sony. It's like, I love Sony products, but I'm the first person to admit they're run by a bunch of fucking idiots.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. that fucking crossplay bullshit.
Mm.
I think they finally like yielded on Rocket League. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like now Rocket League you can crossplay, but god damn it.
I think it's a major esport now.
Oh yeah. Rocket League is going to be the esport. You know.
Like, it used to be, like, Counter-Strike and all that shit, but it's like, we're getting a bit sick of first-person shooters, because basically it's the same game.
No, but, Counter-Strike and, like, shit like that, they're good. Hell, I like them. But, like, they're pretty inaccessible to, like, regular people.
Yeah, because...
Whereas, like, if you watched a Rocket League championship at your house,
yeah.
you could probably watch that with your grandma and say, oh, well, it's like soccer, but they use cars to hit it. And she'd be like, oh, okay.
It's a lot more family-friendly.
It's just like, and it's like, it's really simple to grasp. It's soccer with cars. Like, there's no complexities to that. What is that? Oh, history relic.
But I've seen some of the, like, the hardcore players where they can use the, like, zero gravity mode and not hit the fucking ground.
Oh, yeah, and, like, that's another thing. It's like, what's this? It's simple to grasp, but if you wanted to master it, you're gonna have to spend, like, years.
Yeah. But it's one of those esports that everyone can just pick up and play.
Yeah.
It's not one of those ones where you have to learn. It's like... Because they esport
like,
FIFA, and it's just like, oh, you have to use this, now you have to aim like this, now you don't pass like this.
Stuff. And, like, I love MOBAs, but I'm going to be the first person to admit that that shit is not easy to get into.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? First of all, kick you down before I forget. And, no! Ah, shit.
Because there was, like, because, you know, you get, like, CSGO and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've got more little advanced things. But, like, the easiest of the esport first-person shooters is Team Fortress 2.
You know, I'd probably disagree with that. Because, like, because of the different classes. Like, it's the same reason I reckon Overwatch isn't the simplest first-person shooter. Like, they're fun, but, like, because there's different people who do different things, and, like, you need to balance a team.
Yeah, and the balance it becomes... Where it gets to the point where it's like...
Missed an insignia. Yeah, it's just, but when you get something like,
if you get tight corridors and you like, encounter a pyro, you're fucked.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, other ones are simpler. Like, what am I trying to say? Like Call of Duty. Like, every character is basically the same in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's just you can pick up a different gun that does different things.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yeah, in Team Fortress 2, you pick up a pyro, you have a flamethrower, and I think, like, a sidearm or something.
Yeah.
And, like, that's it. You don't get a choice in anything else.
Like, you see, sidearm's weak as shit, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
I like Team Fortress 2 because at times it can be unbalanced, and that, like, the unbalance inspires creativity with your team building.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Same thing with Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really play Team Fortress 2, I think, once, way back. But, there's a character in Overwatch, Mei, a chick who can make, like, ice walls and shit.
Yep.
And some, like, upstart team from, like, buttfuck nowhere ended up, like, decimating at an international tournament.
Yeah.
Because they found a way to use her wall to, like, lift the whole team up, and they could just climb over and take an objective.
Shit.
Because, like, if you put it... Oh, there it is.
Because when I used to play it, like, I used to, it was like semi-competitive, like, whenever the guys were around, they would just give you a little blip, say, yeah, we're having a game if you want to join in, basically.
Oh,
it wasn't, like, competitive, it was basically just like, hey, how you doing? We'll have a chat while we're just fucking each other up. But, yeah, there was one level that we, liked playing, because, like, it was just 2 long corridors, and then it was just a bowl.
Yeah.
And if you had an engineer with the sentry, you couldn't get past him.
Yeah.
So basically what we did was, like, we had 2 team suppressors that just played as a heavy, and they just had the backup as the
Medic?
Yeah. So they couldn't get past them. So basically we just made a nest of fucking engineers.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, we had 16 sentries in the middle.
Yeah, totally. It's the crazy stuff that's fun.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, like, we, like, dropped the,
Oh, how the fuck?
Then we dropped the heavies and made them snipers, and the medics, we just kept as medics.
Yeah.
So, ooh, shit.
What?
That didn't look good.
That's a convoy.
Oh.
It's too, it's localized. Whoops, didn't look at that.
And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, they've just dropped the defenses. They're setting ducks now. They run in, then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
just run into a huge nest of engineers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the crazy stuff. It's fun.
Plus, we weren't doing competitive. It was just basically show up and just have fun.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because I think not knowing that the game was one thing and just being an aimless is like one thing. But the ones that just want to be serious and like
Oh yeah.
the super fans, they can be even worse.
Oh yeah. Hardcore people are the worst of the world.
Nothing can be more damaging to one thing's reputation than the super fans.
Yeah.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. Do not get into the fucking fandom.
Oh yeah. Some crazy people. Da-da-da-da.
I see PewDiePie's back in the fucking spotlight and saying something racist.
Yeah. But at least this time he owned up to it.
I actually saw that saw the actual video where he did it, and like
Yes.
out of context, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Avert your deadly stare, Walker. You do not want my hide. No.
I can't skip
You
these.
wanna kill this
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
swine of scrotum.
But everyone's like, wait, he said this, like, get the fuck over it.
Oh well, I mean it was bad,
Yeah.
but like at least this time,
Yeah,
it wasn't out of context. Like he did mess up,
Mhm.
and he just went, "Yeah, there's no excuse. I fucked up. This is me bad." Like, well, okay.
and he's up to 57 million subscribers. It's just like, no offense to the guy, it's like, what he's doing is awesome. But yeah.
Yeah.
He is very, very lowest common denominator.
Yeah, like,
Like, I reckon the ad revenue shouldn't kick in until, like, you hit, like, 18 or some shit.
what, million?
Nah, like,
Oh shit! What?
the age of your subscriber.
Oh, no. Everyone's ad revenue. Do you know when like?
We'll explain this next time.
We will.
Badly.
Bye.